Another reason why I left religion, church, Christianity, and fundamentalism is that the church requires biblical motherhood. Now, no matter how much asexual and single people get shamed, they will never be shamed like women between the age of 21 and 45. Women are expected, in the more extreme versions of fundamentalist Christianity, to educate themselves to prepare to be a mother, a wife, and someone who supports their family. A lot of groups, like the Duggar family, train their girls to be servants and subservient to men. Now, there is nothing wrong with pursuing motherhood if that is your passion. It should not be because your religion tells you to do it or because all the men in your life pressure you to do it. It must be a passion. It must be something you deeply desire outside of your religious beliefs. Because children deserve to have mothers that want to be a mother, not because they were programmed to want this. Motherhood is another idol that the church, specifically in fundamentalism and Baptists, worship. I believe they worship it as much or maybe even more than God. You look at holidays like Mother's Day. There's nothing inherently wrong with Mother's Day. If you want to celebrate it, if you want to remember your mother, that's great. The problem is every time I see a Hallmark card or a poster of Mother's Day, it's always a heterosexual mother fantasy. And there's nothing wrong with being a heterosexual mother, cis, nothing wrong whatsoever. The issue is when that's the only type of mother that's ever displayed for holidays revolving around motherhood. Mothers are expected as the default setting, as biological people who carry children and bring them into the world. There's very little dialogue or representation for mothers who adopt, are surrogates, who are transgender, or who are child-free, or who are unfortunately childless due to 1 out of 3 couples surviving and dealing with fertility issues, which is extremely common. There is little to no positive representation on Mother's Day for women who are not cis, straight women of privilege. The other forms of motherhood are not praised consistently. They're not championed. Women are supposed to get in their role and stay there. And the role is very, very much like the Proverbs woman. But if the pastors actually read what the Proverbs woman really is, it's a woman who works outside the home, has her own business, behaves in the exact opposite of what trad wives or conservative wives do. My mother believes that women are not to work outside the house unless it's part-time and it's not a career. Only the man can have a career. And I am not going to shame people for staying home and being mothers full-time or part-time. If that's your passion and you can financially and emotionally do it without suffering due to only having one income or 1.5 incomes, that is perfectly valid. It's not my passion. I'm not mother material. I've never wanted kids. I've never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with skydiving or being a a nurse. It's just not my passion, so I'm not going to pursue it. I'm not going to legislate against it, and I'm not going to shame people who do it, because society does require that some people bring the next generation into the world. The interesting thing is that half the people who call themselves in relationships or couples are not having children. So 1 out of 2 couples are not having consistent children. So a lot of countries in Asia, Europe, and not so much in America just yet, but we are seeing baby statistic births going down, kind of like the Handmaid's Tale. And I'm okay with the population decreasing.